Hello my dear students, welcome back to Learn Physics. In today's topic, we are going to discuss about the alternating current chapter. In last class, we learned about the resonance and sharpness of resonance. Today, we are going to study about the power factor. Okay, power of an AC circuit. What is the power dissipated in an AC circuit? Already we learned about the power, average power in the case of a resistive circuit, capacitive circuit and the inductive circuit. Inductance is present in the circuit, how the power will be. That one we learned. Now, in the case of an LCR circuit, how the power will be in LCR circuit. Okay, here what is P? What is the formula? V into I. So we want V first. V is equal to Vm sin omega t. What is I here? I equals sin Im sin omega t plus phi. Okay, both are having a phase difference of phi. Now how we can find out the power? Vm sin omega t into Im sin omega t plus phi. Vm into Im sin omega t plus phi. What does this? See, use the trigonometric equation. Cos of a plus b is cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Right. The same way cos a minus b, you will get it as cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. Sin a sin b. So what is cos a minus b minus cos a plus b? What is cos a minus b plus cos a plus b? 2 sin a sin b. Right? Now we can. Now you tell me 2 sin A sin B. What will be the answer? Cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. So cos A minus B minus cos A plus T. A plus B divided by 2. Cos A minus B minus cos A plus B divided by 2. So we can write it as Vm Im by 2 cos phi minus cos 2 omega t plus phi. So while we are looking into this equation, we can understand that, see here the second term, it is a function of time. Since this is an AC circuit, what will be the average power while we are considering the positive half cycle and negative half cycle? Average power will be equal to 0. So there is no need to consider the second term which includes the time. Okay, so what will be there is the remaining over there? P equals Vm Im by 2 into cos phi. Okay, here Vm Im by 2, I can write it as Im by root 2, Vm by root 2 into cos phi. What is Im by root 2 and Vm by root 2? It is the RMS value of current and RMS value of voltage. So we can write it as IRMS into VRMS into cos phi. So this is the average value of power in this circuit. Okay, so Vi cos phi. Okay, this cos phi is called the power factor. Okay, depending on the value of phi, there's phase difference between I and V. Depending on that, this power value will be changing. Okay, I V cos phi. If the phase difference between V and I are 0, in which case it will happen? If it is an resistive circuit, phi is equal to 0. Then cos 0 is 1. We will get the answer as P equals I into V. And what will happen if we are using a capacitive circuit, and what will happen if we are using a inductive circuit? That and all we are going to see now. Okay. So we got the power as P equals Vi cos phi. Right, if we are using a resistive circuit, if it is resistance is only present in the circuit, then phi is equal to 0. Both V and I are in phase. So therefore P will be equal to VI. But if we are using a resistive circuit or capacitor is included in the circuit, capacitor is included means it is having a phase difference of pi by 2. So cos 90 is 0. Therefore average power is equal to 0. In the case of inductor, there also average power is equal to 0. So when capacitor is included in the circuit or inductor is present in the circuit, power is equal to 0. Therefore this is called as wattless current. Okay, either it is inductive circuit or it is a capacitive circuit. Their cos phi value will be equal to 0. That is called a wattless current. Okay, next is if in the case of RLC circuit. In the case of RLC circuit, what will happen? Phi will be equal to tan inverse XL minus XC divided by R. Right, from the impedance diagram we did this. Right, so in the case of RL circuit, phi will be existing. Depending on the value of phi, power will be varying. In the case of RC circuit, power will be existing, and in the case of LCR circuit also power will be existing. If XL, L and C alone are existing, then power won't be present over there. Okay, in the case of maximum power will be dissipated. When maximum power will be dissipated, yesterday we learned about the resonance. At resonance, maximum power will be dissipated. That means XL minus XC equals 0. At this condition, maximum power will be dissipated. So what will be the power in that case? Power P equals I square Z, or Z equals R only, right? If XL minus XC is equal to 0, then P equals I square R also we can write down. That is equal to I square R. That is equivalent to, at resonance circuit means it is equivalent to the resistance circuit which include the resistance alone. That is, at resonance, that's what happening, right? We are increasing the frequency XL at a particular point, XL will be equal to XC. Okay, that point is called as resonance circuit. Clear? So this is about the power factor and the wattless current, which is called power factor. Cos phi is called the power factor. Clear now how we are finding out the power in a AC circuit? Clear? So next is LC oscillation. What is meant by this LC oscillations? LC oscillation means inductor and capacitor alone is present in this circuit. Okay, so here capacitor is connected and here an inductor is connected in the AC source. Okay, AC source is connected. Then how this circuit will be working? It's called LC oscillation. It will be like oscillation. Oscillation means we know say back and forth movement, right? So how it will be working? Now if this is a capacitor, I am giving the first, I am charging the capacitor. Charging capacitor, that is the first step. So what is here positive? This is using an external circuit and charging the capacitor. That charged capacitor is present in the circuit and here an inductor is there. Okay, when I am closing the circuit, while closing close the circuit, what will happen? Discharge will happen in the case of capacitor. Discharge will happen for capacitor while it is discharging. So current charge is reducing over there. So charge is moving. So current is moving in this manner. Okay, this current is moving in this manner. Okay, now flux linked with the circuit changes. So magnetic field. So current also moving, right? So magnetic field linked with the circuit changes and EMF is induced. Okay, so here the charge is moving in such a manner and it will be going. After some time what will happen, it is not getting, see, all the charges are getting dissipated. Okay, so in the initial stage the charge will be first stage. If this is the inductor and the capacitor, it is fully charged over there, capacitor. Then next stage, capacitor charge is decreasing and then inductor charge also, its inductor also getting charged. Okay, then afterwards what will happen, this capacitor will become 0 in charge, then this inductor will be getting the maximum charge. Okay, charge in the capacitor is equal to 0. Okay, inductor will be getting the maximum value. Now what will happen, see, now this charge is becoming 0 over there, right? So magnetic flux linked with the circuit again changes. So what will happen, an EMF will be developed. So electromagnetic induction will happen after this. Okay, magnetic flux linked with the circuit changes and EMF is inducing. That induced EMF will be helping the capacitor to charge. Induced EMF will help the capacitor to charge. Okay, while it is charging, the capacitor charge will be just opposite to that of the initial stage, because now it is the induced EMF. Due to induced EMF only capacitor is getting charged, right? So here it will be positive and here the polarity will be getting reversed. Okay, then what will happen, the current will be moving in the opposite direction. Okay, now what will happen, now polarity is changed. So for fourth stage, capacitor is again fully charged and inductor is 0. Next what will happen, capacitor charge is reduced and even the charge of inductor is increasing. Then at the sixth stage what will happen, fully it will be going to the inductor and capacitor, nothing will be, no charge will be there. Again electromagnetic induction will happen. So this process will be continuing. Then after this process what will happen, this capacitor again reverses its polarity. Its polarity will be reversed, that is here it become positive and here it will become negative. So it is coming to the initial stage. So this process is repeating. Repeating means, see, it is oscillating, same like oscillation it will be happening. So capacitor, if we are drawing this as a diagram, it will be like this. Okay, so this is the LC oscillation. Okay, so here a capacitor is present and inductor is present. So if a charged capacitor is present in an AC circuit, what will happen along with the inductor? LC oscillation will happen. Okay, so it is polarity is changing, you understood, right? So that is what here, increasing, decreasing, then coming to this negative direction, same way, increasing and decreasing, and then what will happen, again increasing, decreasing. So this will go on. Clear? So this is what happening in the case of an LC oscillation. So here they are telling only about, in the your syllabus they are telling only the quantitative analysis. Okay, then also I'll tell what will happen in the LC circuit. In capacitor V equals Q by C. So, and in the case of inductor, V equals or E equals minus L into di by dt. So while we are considering these two, we will get the equation. I'll write down over here. So here while we are considering the capacitor, so capacitor and inductor circuit, while we are considering Q by C minus L into di by dt will be equal to 0. Okay, your AC circuit is not connected, L and C alone. Okay, now Q by C. If we are converting I in terms of Q, I is equal to dQ by dt. So while we are substituting that, we will get it as Q by C minus L into d square Q by dt square, that is equal to 0. Or I can write down this as d square Q by dt square minus Q by LC equals 0. This equation shows like d square x by dt square minus omega square x is equal to 0. So this is the equation for yes, a simple harmonic motion, right? So here omega square, instead of omega square, what is given in this main equation? This is the main equation. While comparing these two equations, you will get it as omega square equals 1 by LC, or you can write omega equals 1 by root LC. Clear? So this is how we will be finding out the angular frequency of a LC oscillation. Clear? So while we are charging the capacitor and introducing in the circuit, so discharging will be happening. So while it is discharging, and after that, after some time, inductance will be getting the maximum charge. So again electromagnetic induction will happen, that induced EMF will be helping the capacitor to charge but the polarity is getting reversed and the process will continue. And the same step will be following from again and again. So we will be getting like a oscillation. But in the practical purpose, while we are considering, it's not this undamped oscillation, it is a damped oscillation only. In the LC oscillation, whichever we are getting is damped oscillations only, because the amplitude is decreasing. Okay, clear? So this is all about the LC oscillation and power factor, and in next class we will be doing the numericals based on this as well as the transformer. Okay, so I think it is clear for you, and if you like the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Thank you for watching. Bye.